Good morning and based morning to you all. So, you just created your DApp, your decentralized on-chain app, and you now are looking to onboard users. But wait, they need to pay for transactions and they need wallets, and it's getting in the way of your user experience and just allowing them to experience your awesome application. Well, look no further. I'm here to talk about the Bundler and Paymaster product that is available on the Coinbase developer platform. And today we are going to go through the quick start and teach you how to use the Paymaster Bundler for your application to create a gasless app experience. A gasless app experience is going to allow users to use your app without ever needing to pay for gas or maybe ever even need to understand the use of gas when they are using your application. So let's start, let's get in, and I'll be sure to elaborate on a lot of the different topics and things that are happening. So let's get started. To do this tutorial, you will need a Coinbase developer platform login/account, and that can easily be created by going to the coinbase.com/developer-platform site. This is the landing page. Easily go ahead and get started. You can learn and read about the docs here, but go ahead and get started. And this is where you will be able to create an account. And if you already have a Coinbase account, you're already good to go. Just log into your account and we will begin. So let me close this out. I already have an account. And so what I'll be doing is going there. But if you, let's say, we're already on Coinbase.com, what you can do is go ahead in the top right corner, click on those 9 squares and click on developer platform, and it will take you right there. Awesome. So once you log into the CDP platform, what you'll want to do is create a new project, and we'll navigate this and it automatically switches you over to that new project. I'll go to my settings and I will create a new name for the project. Super gasless app. It's amazing. We'll save that there, and then we will navigate over to our Paymaster. We're going to do some configuration here on the Paymaster before jumping into the code. So if we go to configuration, what we want to make sure as the first step is just to make sure that we are on mainnet. Feel free to do it on testnet as well, but because gas is so cheap on mainnet, we're just going to deploy right on mainnet. And the other thing is that there are gas credits that are available to you and developers. It's over $10,000 worth of credits, and there's more if you implement different Coinbase built products, base products like Smart Wallet, which allows users to sign up for your app in just a few clicks. And these tools, as they come together, help to create this gasless experience. And so that's step one. Step one is creating your account, logging into the CDP platform, and then enabling your Paymaster. It should be enabled, but if not, you switch that little toggle right there. Awesome. Now let's keep the fun going. Let's look back at the quick start. Let's see what the next steps are, and let's keep going. So now that we've set up our Paymaster, let's initialize a node project and start to build out the necessary steps to sponsoring transactions. So first step is to create a folder, change directories into that folder, and initialize a node project in ES6. So let's do that. We'll transition to our terminal. Let's just do it here, or I'll do it on my desktop, and we'll paste that in directly from the quick start. So what this has done, it created a new folder on my desktop. I transitioned into that folder and initialized a node project. If I hit ls, there's a package.json file. Awesome. Next, let's install some dependencies. The two we'll be using today is permissionless and VM. They're both ways to, one, create smart accounts, and two, interact with the blockchain. So the smart account stuff is going to be using permissionless, and the blockchain interactions and functions would be using VM. So we went ahead and installed that. Now what we'll need to do, now that we've installed our dependencies, let's open up this project in a code editor of your choice. For me, I'm going to be using Visual Studio. Cool. I will make this bigger. Awesome. Now, the next step in the tutorial is to create a file called utils.js. And this is where we will store the contracts ABI. And the contract that we will be working with is a simple NFT contract. We'll essentially be sponsoring the minting function and having the NFT be sent to the smart wallet that we create. So let's go ahead and create that. In the tutorial, in the quick start, there is a GitHub gist that is provided with an ABI that you can use for the purpose of following along with the tutorial. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll create the new file, utils.js, and we'll paste that in. As you can see, it's just a simple export const and ABI. Next, what we'll do is create an index.js file. So go here, index.js. And this will be writing all of our logic here for the sponsorship, smart account creation, etc. The next step is to import our dependencies. So let's do that. And let's zoom in and let's talk about what's happening here. So we are importing a few things. The first few lines is importing some functions that we'll need to interact with the base chain, and we are importing the configurations as well as some functions to create our smart account and our Paymaster client. And of course, we need to import our ABI. So all good there. The next thing is to start setting up the wallet. And to do so, we will need to run a command using Foundry to create a smart wallet, or to create a wallet, sorry. If you don't have Foundry installed, you can run this command here in your terminal and it will install Foundry. I think I do have it, so let me just open up the terminal here and just check by running Forge, and can confirm that it is installed. To create a new wallet, we will run this command here, cast wallet new, and this creates a new key pair for us. And there you go. I have my address and my private key. So this is going to come in handy in the next step. Now what we want to do is start to set up our Paymaster and RPC. So I'm going to copy and paste in the code from the quick start. And let's talk about what's happening here really quickly. First, we'll need to set an RPC URL. This is going to be obtained from the CDP platform. You may have seen it in the earlier step, but we're going to copy that and paste it in here. So let's do that. I'll go back to the Coinbase developer platform. Under the Paymaster tab here on the left and the configuration section, I will copy the endpoint and I will replace this with that endpoint and hit save. Next, we have some hard-coded variables here. The first is the factory address for creating smart accounts on the Base network. So this is hard-coded here. And the next address is the account abstraction entry point on Base. So these two are given to you, no need to make any changes there. And the target contract is going to be the NFT contract, an ERC 721 contract that I've deployed. Feel free to obviously swap this out with the contract of your choice. Make sure to update the utils.js file to have the ABI match your target contract. The next, we will create a public client. This is what allows us to interact with the chain. It's using your node here that is connected to your CDP account. Next, we create a simple account that uses a private key of any EOA wallet that you have. Of course, we're going to use this one, and please don't use these private keys, right? Stay safe out here, people. All right, so there we go. We use the private key to simple account function from permissionless to create a smart account here. Awesome. Now let's go and actually create the Paymaster. So let's copy the code here as well and paste it in. So what we do is we initialize a cloud Paymaster. This is your Paymaster here that is responsible for sponsoring your transactions. And the next step is to create a smart account client. This is a client that is acting on behalf of the smart account that was created here, right? Awesome. Next thing to do is to actually send the sponsored transaction on chain. So let's paste that in. And what we're doing here is want to encode the mint2 function using this ABI here that matches this. And for this function, it takes one argument, and that argument is the address to where to send the NFT. Then we actually have the function that sends the transaction on chain, and it will return a transaction hash that we will include in our console log, and we'll be able to see this on chain. All right, let's hit save. And before we do this, one of the things that we want to do in the portal is to set up an allow list and our first taste of setting some sort of policy. And this is what allows us to be secure and manage the transactions that we sponsor. So let's go back to the Paymaster configuration page, and what we'll do is we'll go down to contract allow list, and we'll click add to add a new contract to allow list. And this is going to be the coolest NFT there is. And the contract address, we will get that from our code here. So we'll just copy this and paste that there. And this is where we can allow list specific functions. And in this case, we're doing the mint2 function, and we know that it takes an address as a parameter. If you wanted to do multiple functions, you can throw them in here, separated by a comma. For now, we're just going to do this function here and click add. Be sure to hit save and wait for that little green little pop-up to come up. Sweet. So now what we can do is go into our terminal and type node index.js. The code would run, and if successful, awesome. So we have now sponsored our first transaction. As you can see here, we got the green check mark, and we can view this transaction on chain. So let's go ahead and do that. It will open up Base Scan, and as you can see, you'll see an ERC 4337 transaction there. We can see that an NFT was transferred to an address that we've created, and let's see that, yep, transaction fee was around 3 cents. And let's do one more thing before we wrap up this tutorial. Let's go back to our portal, our CDP portal, and go to configuration under Paymaster, And there it is. We can see that we've sponsored around 2 cents there. And that's it. We've just sponsored our first transaction.